The intro, yeah, the intro. Super, super, super amazing. Yes. Hey, hello, people. How are you? How is everything? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are healthy and safe and sound. This is Ali from Just English, and we are coming to you live. Uh, and today we are going to talk all about reflexive pronouns, and we are going to talk about idioms. So basically what we will do today, reflex pronouns, and I prepared a bit idioms for you so that we can talk about. So how are you? How is everything? Hello, Miss Salah. Hello, Miss Hava. Hi. How are you? How is everything? Hello, Miss Gulsafa. Hello. Nice to see you too. Thank you so much. How is everything? I've been doing very good. Uh, the weather is changing, and actually it made me have a running nose and flu, but so far so good. Hello, Miss Azime. Hello, very good. Glad to hear that everything is cool. Glad to hear that. How is everyone? How is your health? How is life working out for you? How is everything? Have you got your university exams yet, or you finished university exams, or you finished your university? How is everything? Miss Jerin, welcome. Hi. Hello from the other side of the screen, like your screen, my screen. Hello. Life is going on and everything is okay. Thank God for that. We're hoping that there will not be any wave, like second or third wave of the COVID-19, and we always become safe and healthy, continue our normal life, except this one accessory, which is the face mask. It's going to be completely necessary. Hello, Miss EU. Hello, welcome. So, forgive me for my running nose, but I'm here. So, I would like to first start with idioms, if you don't mind, guys. If you don't mind, I would like to start with idioms, or you would like to start with reflexive pronouns. You choose. I am making you choose the topic. We have idioms, reflexive pronouns. So this or this, which one we start with? You want idioms we start, or we start with reflexive pronouns? You choose, I start. Which one do you think? Can I have votes? Idioms, yes. And reflex pronouns? No. Which one do you think? Miss Gulsaba says anything I want. Miss EU writing in Turkish. I have no idea what she's writing. I am sorry, I don't know Turkish. Okay, let's start with idioms. And after that, we can go through everything all together. Okay, so I hope you can see this word here. Yep. Let's put it in green color and let's make 20. Okay. Anyone has any idea what a soft spot is? A soft spot. Anyone knows what is a soft spot? Can help us to understand what is a soft spot. Anyone? What is a soft spot? I have a friend who's got a soft spot when we are talking about food. His soft spot is food, for example. His soft spot is... Miss Azima says, unfortunately, the pandemic dangers will continue more. Yes, the pandemic danger will continue more. I'm sad because I'm 63. Ah, Miss Azima, no problem, no problem. My mother also 63, and she just keep herself healthy, staying indoors, keeping everything good. Hello, Miss Popular. Popular? Yes. Miss Gosafa, yes, thank you. Weak spot. Or you can say weak. It's not weak side of a person. Very nice. Now, it is weak side, but it can be a good weak side. For example, I don't know why this is capital, but okay, let's capitalize it. So if I say to someone that my friend has a soft spot, I need to be more specific, which means I have, for example, Miss Gulsafa, could you give us example? Let's try to find an example so that according to the example we do the explanation. Hello, Miss Popular. Hello, welcome. For example, I am in a restaurant. And they were talking about food and stuff. I was not very hungry. But my friends, okay, Ms. Gosafa has someone. Very nice. Yes. Let's put her son was her soft spot. No, so it's good to see you again. Thank you, sir. It's good to see you again, Mr. Giuliani. Giuliani? Welcome. Very nice, Miss Gulsafa. So, her son was her soft spot, which means if you hurt her son, she will be hurt. So, you need to be careful with her son. Her son is something very important for her, and if you hurt her son, you will hurt her too. For example, don't talk about food. You know, I have a soft spot. For example here, don't talk about food. You know, I have a soft spot, which means here I have a soft spot when it comes to food. Don't talk about food. I love food. Okay, and especially this sentence is for people who really love food and they don't want to eat food. So you should not talk about food near them. For example, people who or having a diet, or they want to eat food less, or so on. Or let's try another sentence. You know my soft spot. Let's see. You know my soft spot. Stop talking about chocolate. Please, stop talking about chocolate. Yes? Oh, this one. Okay. You know my soft spot? Stop talking about chocolate. As you can see here. Yes, Miss Gosafa, exactly. Sweets are my soft spot. You know my soft spot? Stop talking about chocolate. when you speak like this, when you tell the sentence like this, like, oh, okay, sorry, I zipped my mouth. I zipped it. I will not talk more about chocolate. But do you know strawberry chocolate is beautiful together? Stop talking about it. I have a soft spot, which means I will eat. I will do something. Miss Azime. Yes. Now this sentence depends on the person. Like someone say, it's very good. However, it's kind of weird, but it's good. Is my soft spot. Hygiene is my soft spot, which means obvious. Okay, it can be, yes, you can say that, which means I am not clean. My hygiene is my soft spot, which means I have lack of this type of hygiene. Or you have so much hygiene, it is no. That's the issue. It's kind of different when you put hygiene in soft spot. Kind of make you wonder, like, what does that mean? Yeah. Okay. Jumping to slow TV. Let's go a bit up for you. Have you ever heard of something called slow TV? Hello, Miss Hatija. I'm very good. Thank you so much for asking. Thank you. Good morning. Well, it's past 12, so good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. Now, slow TV. Have you ever heard of slow TV? What is slow TV? Any ideas? Any ideas what is slow TV might be? Slow TV. No problem, Miss Khadija. No problem. Morning, afternoon, just like 13 minutes past. No problem. It's okay. Yes. Slow TV. Any ideas? Any ideas about slow TV? Have you ever heard of the idiom or the phrase slow TV? No ideas? No ideas? Hello, Miss Firial. Welcome, hi. Any ideas? Hello, Miss Yella. Welcome. Yes, I just started. I finished soft spots and slow TV is coming up. Welcome aboard, Miss Yella. Miss Giuliani says, I don't have any idea about that. That's actually good, so that I can help you out. Okay, so slow TV is this. It's a TV program. Let me write small letters. Some students get confused when they see. It's a TV program. What is this? He doesn't take program as British. He takes American program. Okay. So it's a TV program where it's shot, let's say, where it only filmed what I am writing in one moving place. For example, let me add more details for you. TV program where it's only filmed in one moving place for people who want to relax and in slow pace. Yes, let's be more specific here. Being more specific help you out to understand more. Okay, so slow TV is basically a TV program where it only filmed, which means shot, in one moving place, which means it can be train on the railway, train moving, and in a slow pace. Slow pace. It's moving slowly, not very fast, in a slow pace. Okay? Why do they make TV programs like this? They make it for people who want to relax and take things slowly. Okay? So for example, I had a very busy day. I am tired, I am exhausted, and I want to relax. What I do, I write slow TV on YouTube or Google, and I find a video where this video basically it lasts for 1 hour or 2 hours. On YouTube you can find it, where it's basically a ship and there is a camera on ship and the ship is moving very slow pace, or train or bus, something moves for so long you're just putting a video and record the car moving. This is basically made for people who want to relax and take things and take time slowly so that they can, have their brain completely relaxed so that they can continue their lives and so on. Miss Gulsafa, it's not show program. No, it's basically it's a TV program. I stress on that because basically it's like TV and it's just video moving someplace. Try to write it down on YouTube. Write slow TV. You will find so much videos. And let me add other details. It lasts for 1 or 2 hours. This is what's generally known of. Okay? So for example, welcome Miss Bosa. Welcome. For example, some people think that slow TV is boring, but I found it very relaxing. As you can see here, yes, Mr. Furial, Miss Furial, yes, it's like nature documentary, but remember, the camera is not moving, like it's not turning like this, no, the camera is fixed, it's like this, and the place is moving slow pace, no changes. Yes. If you say documentary, it can be a little different. Like if you want to understand and define what is documentary, that's different. So let's keep up and let's say it's a TV program. TV program is the safest thing we can use with the slow TV. For example, here, as I mentioned, so much people think it's boring actually, because not so much people like such thing. Some people think that slow TV is boring, but I found it very relaxing, which means you are sitting in your room and the TV is open and you're opening a slow TV program, and you just watch. It's relaxed, nothing happening, just moving slow pace, the camera fixed, and everything moves on. So basically, this is not just a phrase, it's a thing in the British English language. So it's also a TV program, but sometimes people use it like this. And what is a slow TV? We need to understand it too. So some people think that slow TV is boring, but I found it very relaxing. Okay? So it's not much complicated. This is basically what slow TV is. It's a TV program. It's filmed in one moving place and in a slow pace for people who want to relax and take things slowly. It lasts for 1 or 2 hours. For example, I'm in a rat race. Rat race, also we will take it after. Where is it? Okay, let's take rat race up so that we can talk about them together. So if you are, let's say, hello Malik, hello. So let's say you are very good, Mr. Giuliani, very good. Now you are in a rat race. I will try to mix slow TV and rat race together. Let's go up a bit. So, rat race. Anyone have any idea what is a rat race? Anyone have any idea what is a rat race? Absolutely welcome, guys. Absolutely and utterly welcome. Now, rat race. You have any idea what is a rat race? What is a rat race? What do you think? Any ideas? Any ideas? Rat race. Rat is that little tiny animal. You know, we see it in the sewage and everywhere. You can say it's a fast pace, yes, but it's a fast pace of what? To compete with someone. Sorry about that, I don't have any idea. No problem, Mr. Giuliani, no problem, it's okay. Okay. Miss Gulsafa, it's correct, but little. Okay, let me put it in words. So, rat race is working without any free time to make a lot of money so that you can retire in 50 years old. Mouse race. Miss Ainer, yes, mouse race. So, rat race is this. Rat race, we can use it with people who are working in our working places. So, working without any free time to make a lot of money so that you can retire in 50 years old. Or, basically, as Miss Gulsafa says, and also to compete with time. Yes. Yes, Miss Malika. Fighting. It's like fighting. So, for example, you have this mentality of yours where you think that the best way to earn money, the best way to make money is to work full week, 24/7 hours a day, and also without any free time, so that you can work so hard and you make so much money. In 50 years old, you will retire and you will not work. Okay? Okay, so you are competing with time. You are competing with time. Time is money. You know this, yes? So, for example, let's say, I've been in a rat race for, let's say, for 20 years, but now I'm quitting. And as you see, we are using quitting. I've been in a rat race for 20 years. That means I am working in 20 years without rest every single day. But now I'm quitting because I need to relax and watch slow TV. As you can see, guys, I just combined, excuse me, give me a minute. So, what I did here for you, so that you can understand more clearly here, slow TV and rat race, I combine them together. Okay? So the sentence is this. As we said, rat race, working without any free time to make a lot of money so that you can retire in 50 years old, competing with time. Example here. I've been in a rat race for 20 years, but now I'm quitting. Yani, which means I am leaving this rat race because I need to relax and watch slow TV. This is another expression that I used with the rat race, because rat race basically, as Miss Firal says, rat race is a fast-paced routine, fast-paced working environment, 24/7 working all day long for all week. But for 20 years I've been in a rat race. Now I am tired. I don't want. Let me slow things down, relax, and let me watch slow TV. Okay? Some people like to watch slow TV. Some people think slow TV is quite boring. It depends on your perspective and what you like and what you don't like. Working such a machine. Yes, Miss Ainur. Yes, Miss Ainur. Working like a machine. Okay, remember, rat race, they say it's rat race because, do you know the rat? There is a circle railway, a circle like this, and the rat in the middle, and she's moving. And this is turning. And the rat is moving. The rat is moving, and this is a rat race. Because the rat works so hard in this circled railway that she has. She works so hard. She walks very fast. That's why they put this phrase for use in a British English language when they say it's a rat race, which means you are working so hard like a rat in a circled railway. This is basically what it is. Can I have another example of rat race? Can I have another example of rat race? Anyone can help me out? Another example of a rat race? Another example? Sip of the tea, waiting your examples. Miss Azima says, I've been in a rat race for 30 years and I retired. Now I'm in a rat race with housework. That's very nice, Miss Azima. Appreciate it. Thank you. I've been in a rat race for 30 years. Then might seem more appropriate, so that this is the change, transformation. Then I retired. Then I retired. Now, on the other hand, now, let's see the comma. Now, I'm in a rat race with my housework. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Azima. That was amazing. I appreciate your hard work. Beautiful, beautiful. So Miss Azima been working 30 years. She's been working very hard for 30 years. She's been in a rat race. But now she retired, but she had another rat race, which is her housework. She's running everywhere. She's working 24/7 a week just so she can clean her house and make her house beautiful. Miss Ainur, she said, my uncle. Miss Melika. Oh, okay. Miss Ainur says, my uncle has been in a rat race. He has been working for 65 years. Okay. He's 65 years old? He's been working till 65 years. Okay. Okay, so Miss Ainur, she says, my uncle has been in a rat race my uncle has been in a rat race. Let's see how we do that. Yes, let's say 65. So let's say 64 years. 64 years he's been working. So let's say my uncle has been in a rat race for 64 years. But now he's 65 and retired. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Ainur. Very nice. My uncle has been in a rat race for 64 years, but now he's 65 and retired. Thank you. Jumping to film 4 from Miss Firial. Christmas times. Working at retail is in a rat race. Let's see. Christmas times. Christmas time is a rat race for retailers. For retails. Yes, you can say that. I just reorganized your sentence, Miss Firal. I hope you are not angry at me. I just organized a bit. Miss Melika, she said, I have been in a rat race for long years for my family, but they didn't understand me. Isn't it? Yes. Yes, Miss Melika, you can say that. Yes. I've been in a rat race for a long years, but my family doesn't understand. Again, you can use rat race in any sentence. It only refers to how many long hours you worked without any rest, and you were competing, you were fighting all day. Okay? Yes, Miss Malika, Miss Firal, Miss Ainur, Miss Azima, Miss Gusafa. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. Okay, this one is funny. This one is also cool. Curry favor. Curry favor. It's also kinda, we use it in also work, you know? You can say we can use that one in work. Let me make it 20. Yes, Miss Azma. Yes. Rat race. Rat race is tiring. I've been in a rat race for now 8 months. I've been in a rat race because I am working constantly. I'm doing my best, taking so much classes, being active, studying, reading, learning Turkish. That's a whole different rat race. Am I right? Okay. So now, curry favor. Curry favor. Let's be more specific here. With someone. To help you a little with the understanding. Curry favor with someone. Let's see. Anyone have any idea? Anyone have any idea about curry favor? Anyone? I'm waiting. I'm reading your comments. Let's see, where are you? Sorry for my running nose. I hope that's not a big problem for you. I will not let's see. Anyone? Anyone? Curry favor. Curry favor is this. Yes, Miss Gulsafa. It's kinda like it's always you have always the answer, but it's kinda curry favor with someone, which means let me put it in a good sentences. Let's say not, definitely not. Curry favor is like S model for boss. Aha! Yes, Miss Malika. Yes. So basically, curry favor with someone is talking with someone in a way. Let's see. Talking to a manager. Let's put it in a better way. Talking to a manager, or eating with a manager. Either talking to a manager or eating a manager, and give him compliments. Or eating with manager. Talk to a manager for something in return. Let's say for something in return. Something in return can be promotion, or money raise. It's like this. And let's put it in another word. Promotion, money raise, by complimenting them for their good work. You can say that. Yes. Well, explanation is always a bit challenging, but if we have words, we can explain. So, curry favor with someone, talking to a manager, or eating with a manager or any superior. Let's say boss, a manager or a boss. We can say superior for something in return. Promotion, money raise, by complimenting them for their good work. So, for example, I will always give you an example so that you can, after that, you can add your own example to it. Ms. Gulsafa says, even you don't like that person, you say, yeah, yes, Ms. Gulsafa, exactly. Even if you don't like him. So, the other day, I saw my colleague with our manager, and I think he was curry favor with him. The other day I saw my colleague let's delete this part. With our CEO, let's say, Chief Executive Officer. CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer, in case you don't know. So here, the other day, you can say comma here. The other day, I saw my colleague curry favor with our CEO. So when I said that sentence, when I said curry favor, which means my colleague talking to the CEO and telling him, you are an amazing manager. I've seen so much people, but you are an amazing. You work very hard. I love your work. I love working with the company. Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. So basically, this is what curry favor. Curry, by the way, it's kind of spices we put on the food. The other day, I saw my colleague curry favor with our CEO. Have you ever saw anyone curry favor with anyone? Let's say, for example, a child with a mother. For example, some children curry favor their mother for candy. Some children... Ya çıkmak. What? I'm sorry, what? I don't know. So, the other day, I saw my nephew curry favoring to his father for money. I saw my nephew curry favor with his father for money. He's talking to him like, I love you, father, you are good, and kisses, hug, stuff. This is only for giving him money or making him go to the party or do something or traveling. Can we have any sentence help us out here? Who can give us a sentence? Who can give us a sentence? Curry favor. In Turkish. Thank you, Ms. Azime. Miss Melika says, if a child crushes something, child can be curry favor to parents. Yes. Okay, let's put it in order. Let's organize it, Miss Melika. It's very nice. So, a child curry favor So a child curry favor with his parents because he broke a vase. That's a good sentence, I think. Thank you. A child curry favor with his parents because he broke a vase. So he was talking with them very nicely and stuff and so on, so that they can forgive him for breaking the vase. Yes. Yes. Let's put this ing. Curry favoring. Or not. Curry favor cannot be changed, I guess. It can be. It can be, yes. Yes, for example, here, you can add ing, Miss Azime. Yes, but it might be a gerund. So if you add ing, it might be a gerund or a verb ing, no problem. That's grammatically incorrect, ing, so we can't put it. A child curried favor with his parents. You can put ing here. A child currying favor with his parents because he broke a vase. Again, You can change it according to the grammar that you want. No problem. Miss Azima, yes. Miss Gulsafa says, she curried favor with the person she doesn't like. I got shocked. Yes, absolutely welcome. 3, yes, Miss Gulsafa is nice sentence. She curried favor with the person she doesn't like. I got shocked. Yes, I got shocked. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow our Instagram. We have the link of our Instagram here. You can see the schedule of all the classes that we will have in our live stream. So make sure to follow and subscribe. Yes. So I guess the curry favor is now cleared. Yes. We have 3 minutes. Let's see. Okay, let's do just one more one. Let's take clever clocks. I like clever clocks. Let's talk about clever clocks. Clever clocks, ladies and gentlemen. Clever clocks. Any ideas? Any ideas what is a clever clocks? Any idea what is clever clocks? Clever clocks. Any ideas? The idioms that I am using here, they are all British English phrases. They are used commonly in English language. Many people curry favor with others for the benefits. Exactly, Miss Azima. Now that's perfect. Yes, many people curry favor with others for their benefits. Very nice, Miss Azima. Yes. Actually, I will write this one here. It's very beautiful. Many people curry favor with others for their benefits. Thank you, Miss Azima. That was a nice sentence. Appreciate it. Yes. Who likes herself? No, Miss Gulsafa. Now you got it wrong. Let me put it down for you like this. Clever clause is this. Someone who thinks that he knows. No, let me put it another way. Someone who's annoying of thinking that he knows everything. That's basically it. Zoom out a bit. Selfish. No, unfortunately not. Clever clocks, by the way, clocks, this word here, clocks, this word here, which means it's kind of a shoe. It's a shoe or a slipper people wear, made of wood. Okay, I think it's made in China or somewhere. Clocks. So anyway, clever clocks, someone who's annoying of thinking that he knows everything. Okala. I don't know, Miss Azima. Sorry. For example, let me put it in an example. We lost because my brother was such a clever clocks. He thought he knows the way to the town. For example, Okulları çok bilmiş Turkish. Çok bilmiyorum. Türkçe çok bilmiyorum. Clever clocks, someone who's annoying of thinking that he knows everything. And that's the idea. So we lost because my brother was such a clever clocks. He thought he knows the way to the town. He thought he knows the way to the town. Can we have any extra examples? A person who thinks he knows everything, and he's very annoying of that. Can we have any examples, fellas, before we go our break? Do we have any examples? Any examples? We lost because my brother was such a clever clocks. He thought that he knows the way to the town. He behaved that he knows everything. Yes, Miss Ainur, yes. He don't just behave. He thinks he is right. And he thinks he knows everything. He knows about football. He knows about engineering. He knows about mathematics. He knows about French languages. He knows about traveling. He knows about industry. Everything. Yes. Someone who thinks he knows everything. Okay? Okay. Can we have any examples, fellas? Can we have any examples? Can we have any examples? For instance, do you have any brother or uncle, or maybe your father he thinks he knows everything, but he don't know everything? Yes, they really know. They believe in themselves. They think that they know everything. And this is very annoying for a lot of people, such as me. I hate people like this. I hate clever clocks. That's amazing. I can put in a sentence. For example, I hate clever clocks, which means I hate the people who think they know everything, which is very annoying. Come on, people, give me examples. Any examples? We have 2 examples from Miss Gulsafa and Miss Azima. Miss Gulsafa says he failed in his business because of he was a clever clocks and didn't listen to the people who advised him. Very good, Miss Gulsafa. Very nice. Okay, Miss Gulsafa, fail exams. Let's say he lost his business. He lost his business. When I speak and write, everything is wrong. Because he was a clever clocks and let's see, and didn't listen to anyone. Didn't listen to whom advised him. Very good, Miss Gulsafa, perfect. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Thank you. He lost his business because he was a clever clocks and didn't listen to who advised him. Miss Azimach said he makes too much mistakes because he's just a clever class. Very good, Miss Azima. That's perfect. He makes too much mistakes. A modifier, which means more mistakes than he needs. More mistakes than he needs. Let's see, mistakes. Comma. Where's the comma? Yes. Because he's we don't need comma after because he's just a clever clocks. Thank you. Perfect. Can I have another sentence from Miss Malika? I had an English teacher. He was clever class because he talks a lot of in class, but we didn't find a time for talk. Ah, very good, Miss Malika. So, we had an English teacher who was a clever clocks because he was talking a lot in the class and we don't have time to practice our language. I think this is what you mean, Miss Malika. He talks so much, but he don't let students talk. This is it, I think. I know. She said, my brother had a clever clocks. He was talking about everything. Yes. But here, let's say, my brother is, let's say is, because clever clocks never change. My brother is a clever clock because he's talking about everything. Because he never stopped talking. I lost the actually, yes. Okay, I think clever clock is very good for you guys. You used it in multiple sentences. That makes me happy. Oh. Ah. I am sorry, Miss Ainur. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my condolences. I hope he rests in peace. I'm sorry. I didn't know your brother died. I'm sorry so much. There is no I'm sorry so much, but I'm very sorry. Yeah. My brother had been a clever clocks because he never stopped talking about everything. Yes, I am sorry. I mean, how can you put him in a sentence? I mean, come on. Okay, 7. Jesus, I'm stupid. 7. Miss Firal, you can't argue with clever clocks. Seems like they always right. Yes. You can't argue with a clever clock because they seems if you say they, which means seem, they seem like they always right. They always right. Yes. Yes. Jesus. Okay, fellas. That was beautiful. That was more than beautiful. Thank you so much. So today for idioms, yes, like an ignorant. Exactly, Miss Melika, yes. So for first hour, we took soft spot, slow TV, rat race, curry favor with someone, clever clocks. 5 expressions. Absolutely welcome. Remember, there is also another 2 videos about idioms, kind of the same expressions. You can check them out in the Justenglish YouTube channel. I am doing them, the idioms. You can check them out. For the first hour, those are the idioms. For the second hour, we will talk about reflexive pronouns. Okay? Reflexive pronouns. This is for intermediate level. And if you are upper intermediate or pre-intermediate, welcome aboard. It will help you too. So, we will go break for 10 or 15 minutes. Then we're going to jump up to reflexive pronouns. Thank you. See you in exactly 15 or 10 minutes. Thank you. See you then.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world, just English style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what do, just English style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Justenglish işliyoruz düzenlediği Just Winter İngilizce
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Acoustic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. And was recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Şimdi sen de dile gel.
Let me close the door. Yes, now it's perfect. Hey, how are you? Welcome back. This is Ali from Just English. We're coming back to you live. And today we are going to talk about, as you can see, reflexive pronouns. Now for the first hour we did idioms. Now this part we are going to do reflexive pronouns. And I don't believe reflexive pronouns are very difficult. But there's a few things that you need to know about reflexive pronouns. And today, with me, we're going to talk about it. As far as we are talking about the intermediate level, so the intermediate level will not be the beginner, of course, this is the beginner. But I would like you to just see what we have. What are the reflexive pronouns? Okay? I'm just trying to show you the content. So we have singular and plural. So for singular, myself, yourself, himself, herself. Now as you can see, for the plural, selves. Now some students got so much mistakes with this and that. Why? Because they got confused. Now I need to clear something out for you guys, which is like we know myself, yourself, himself, and ourselves, yourselves, themselves. We know that, but I'm talking about this part. Some students, this part, they got really confused by when they are writing it in the exams. So this is basically self. Selves is self, but plural. It's like wolf. If you have the word wolf, the F for wolf turn to V and ES. Knife, knives. F turn to V, then ES. Self is the same. self, then selves, the F here, turn to V, then plural, ES. This is, I just want to point out for you because, wow, it's thunder. This is, I'm pointing out for you because you need to understand. You can't write yourselves or yourself. Especially you need to understand if it's singular or plural. So you can't write singular instead of plural. That's sometimes I see it in the exams a lot and it's unacceptable. Be careful. Here, as I said, this is beginner. We just like, yes, Mr. Cancel. Mr. Jansel. Sorry, Mr. Jansel. Yes, like wives. Wives, wolves, knives. You know, knives. So, reflexive pronouns as a direct object when the object is the same as the subject. So, we are using this with this one. They are both highlighted. So, the subject here, I'm sorry. Oops, Jansel, Mrs. Jansel. I'm sorry. Turkish names are very different. That's why. So, I am teaching myself to play the piano. I am teaching myself, which means I'm self-teaching everything. Yes, Miss Salah. I washed my clothes by myself. Now, this is another use of the reflexive pronouns which use after by. After the preposition by. It's also correct, no problem. Yes. So here, be careful with that knife. You might cut yourself. You might cut yourself. Now here, as you can see, it's a direct object and it's used with the subject. So the subject and the object with this, which is the reflexive pronouns, are agreed. Okay, I, myself, you, yourself, myself. So here he's telling you the object here, the reflexive pronoun, is agreeing with the subject that we have. This is one of the uses of reflexive pronouns. Here, however, we have, he say reflexive pronouns can be used as a direct object with the most transitive verbs, but these are the most common. Amuse, blame, cut, dry, those are the verbs. Generally, I don't recommend you memorize verbs. I recommend you understand the functionality of the reflexive pronoun. Now, this is just for beginners, by the way, and we will do just fast exercise together here so that we can, just like, freshening up your memory so that you don't get confused. So let's do this together, me and you. This is for beginner. After this, we will get to the intermediate, which is your level. So let's do this together first. So we have number one, Ms. Gulsafa says, myself. Okay, I will not read. I will take your answers and I put them. So number one, myself. Number two, okay, number two, what do you think? Number two, my glasses are dirty. I can't see through them. Okay, what's for number two? Number two, thanks for a great weekend. We are enjoyed ourselves. Okay. Okay, we will not look at the reflexive pronouns because we know them. So three. Okay, I chose. Thank you, Ms. Salah, Ms. Gulsafa. Thank you. I chose them. Now for three, what do you think? For three, what do you think? Free herself. Herself. Here, if you don't use the computer for 10 minutes, it will turn here for number four. Number four, what do you think? Number four. Itself. Okay, itself. Okay, here. Theo cut blank when he was shaving this morning. Himself. Okay. Please be careful with the knife. You'll hurt. 6 yourself. Okay. Last two. Ron's parents blamed blank when he went to prison. Number 7. Number 7, what do you think? Number 7. We have 7 and 8. Ladies. 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8. 7 themselves. And last one is yourself. Again, this is a beginner exercise. We just want to check everything. We have mistakes here. However, let's see. 6, 6, 6, 6. Ah, my fault. Okay, correct. I put this wrong. We have number 6, yourself. Yes, I put yourselves. Okay, no problem. Jumping to this part. This part is be careful part. Be careful from the reflexive pronouns. Let's see what we have here. Yes, Miss Esma, correct. I wrote it wrong. Okay, you do not use reflexive pronouns after verbs which describe things people usually do for themselves. Verb use to describe things people do for themselves, usually. So, he washed in cold water. He washed in cold water. I am describing how he washed. Here, he always shaved before going out in the evening. Michael dressed and got ready for the party. Now keep in mind, if we are using the reflexive pronouns with verbs such as those verbs which describe things, we need to use them as emphasis, which means he dressed himself in spite of his injuries. So if you want to say he dressed in spite of his injuries, when you say himself, we are emphasizing on the fact on himself. He himself do the dressing up. Okay? She's old enough to wash herself. Again, I stress. I can say she's old enough to wash. But if I say she's old enough to wash herself, which means I am emphasizing that she needs to wash herself because she's old enough. She don't need someone to wash. Now, this part is beginner. So we are talking about using the reflexive pronoun as an emphasis. Here before, we are using it to agree with the subject. So the direct object, which is the reflexive pronoun, agree with the subject. This is number 1. Number 2, for beginners, I'm talking here. Number 2 is to use a reflexive pronoun as emphasis. Okay, so there is 2 ways in the beginner level when we talk about reflexive pronouns. If we went a bit down, if we scroll down to intermediate, let's see in intermediate what we have. So in level intermediate, that's your level, guys. That's what I'm doing the lesson for. Where we can use the reflexive pronoun. Now in the beginner, we use it as an object, a direct object, to agree with the subject. So I, myself, she, herself, in the same sentence, or as emphasize. Let's see what we have here. He said we use reflexive pronoun as an indirect object. Remember, beginner, we have direct object. Here, indirect. When the indirect object is the same as the subject of the verb. So the indirect object is the same as the subject of the verb. So let's go here. Would you like to pour yourself a drink? Would you like to pour yourself a drink? Now, this is indirect, and it's also agreeing with the subject. You, yourself, except it's indirect. What do you mean indirect? It means I am not using it to emphasize. I'm not using it so that I can tell you very simply what to do. I am using it like in a way, it's not direct, which means I'm not telling you. I'm just in polite way. Would you like to pour yourself a drink? Would you like to pour yourself a drink? We've brought ourselves something to eat. Here, I'm not meaning anything. I'm just meaning I brought, we as a group, ourselves, we brought something to eat. Again, this is for intermediate. Number one is indirect object, also agrees with the subject that we have. Now, direct, indirect, maybe it confuses you, but understand, beginner and intermediate, the direct, indirect object as the reflexive pronoun agrees with the subject that we have. This is number one. Going here down, reflexive pronouns as object, as the object of proposition. Object of proposition. When the object is the same as the subject. Again, we are seeing so much agreement here when we talk about the reflexive pronoun and the subject. But here, as Miss, who said the sentence? Miss Salah, she said, I washed my clothes by myself. By myself. Preposition. Here what he's talking about. For. So when you see preposition, sometimes after the preposition comes the reflexive pronoun. But be careful, the reflexive pronoun needs to agree with the subject that we have in a sentence. Going a bit down. Say here, we are using it with preposition, but we use object pronouns, not reflexive. Object pronouns. Pronouns generally him, her, yours, your, and so on. Those are not reflexive. When I'm talking about reflexive, which means your self, there is a self with it. Self, that's why we call it reflexive. Here, just pronoun. Normal, general pronouns. Okay? So here he said, we can use prepositions with the reflexive pronouns, but preposition of place, it's a problem. If you have a preposition of place, you need to use only the object, which is pronoun. Like we know, pronouns coming as an object, but in this case, we are not use reflexive. So be careful with this one. So you have here, he had a suitcase beside him. Some of you don't know beside, it's a preposition. It is a preposition. Place preposition. So he didn't say himself, he said him. This is the object pronoun that I'm talking about. Then here we've got, and after with, when it means accompanied by. When you are saying with, which means someone going with someone, we are using also just pronouns. She had a few friends with her, not she had a few friends with herself. So be careful with this one. So you have two notes here. First of all, preposition of place, you can't use reflexive pronouns. And if you have with, but the meaning of it is with someone, here you need to use always object pronouns. No reflexive. Let's go down a bit. We use reflexive with the preposition by. Again, like Misala, to show that someone did something without any help. To show that someone did something without any help. So, I washed the dishes by myself. I cleaned the house with my friend. With him. So I'm using only pronoun here. With him, with my friend. Okay? However, here, the preposition is by. Which means here, someone did something by himself without any help. Does not mean accompanied with someone. So the children got dressed by themselves. I prepared the whole meal by myself. Then we coming down a bit here to show that someone was alone. Now, in case you're wondering, what is the difference between this and that? It's only the difference is the preposition does not need to come in an end. Exactly, Miss Salah. She did her homework by herself. It also can refer to emphasis. Also, by the way, I am emphasizing that she did her homework by herself. Here, I did something without any help. Here, alone. I did something alone. He lived by himself in an enormous house. She walked home by herself. Again, by, it's used in two ways here, as you can see it. First one is you did something without any help. Second one is you did something alone. We're talking about by. Okay, so you have by here. Then you have here for. By and for are good. Beside with, if it comes as accompanied by someone, we cannot use reflexive pronouns. Going a bit down, talking about emphasize. So we use reflexive pronouns to emphasize the person or thing we are referring to. Again, this is the same thing with the beginner. The beginner says the object reflex pronoun need to agree with the subject. Cool. The other one is emphasized. Here, intermediate, also we have emphasized. So they are kind of the same, not much differences, especially, except for the prepositions and where you use them and where not to use them. We use reflexive pronouns to emphasize the person or the thing. Kendall itself is quite a small town. Kendall or Kendall itself is a quite small town. So what you're talking about here, is that a name, a country, or what? So itself, himself, herself, we don't know. So you need to understand what is this. So that this a reflexive pronoun agrees with the subject and at the same time here as an emphasize. Here you have, especially if we are talking about someone very famous. Sir Paul McCartney himself sang the final song. Now, this is used a lot. If you look at this highlighted part, it's used a lot. If someone famous or if someone very holy, we use that. For example, Mr. Trump himself visited the mosque. Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson himself went to the party. Someone himself, just for famous people, famous and people who have known for their movies, for their songs, for their position or intellectual. For example, Mr. Simon Sinek himself signed his book for me himself. I'm trying to emphasize, but in the same way I'm trying to tell you this person is as much as famous as he is. He did that for me. Then the last part here, we often put the reflex process at the end of the clause. Clause, which means a sentence. Clause means a sentence when we are using it for emphasize. I baked the bread myself. She mended the car herself. So we have basically here multiple ways where we can use reflexive pronouns in the intermediate. First one, indirect object agrees with the subject. Then it's an object of a preposition. Like example here we have for. Then here we have the big no-nos for reflexive pronouns where you can't use reflexive pronouns with preposition of place such as beside or with. This is no. Then we come back here by, which is most common. I did this by myself. She did this by herself. Then you have you did something alone. I was living abroad all by myself. By myself. By myself. This is how the fast speech goes on, like by myself, by myself, by myself. Then coming here down for emphasize and for famous people. Again, Beginner and intermediate are not quite different, except for adding more functionality to the reflexive pronouns that we have. It's not so much difficult. It does not need you to be stressed about it. Some students have the ability to differentiate. However, here in the grammar part intermediate, I'm trying to point out for you where we can use reflexive pronouns and where we should not use them, and so on. So together we will do this exercise. This exercise depends on what we did before. So we read it and we will see what we need to write here. So what do you think we should write here? What do you think? What are we going to write here? We have two. Miss Gulsafa, she says, and Mrs. Jansel, they say themselves. Guys, do you know what is MPs? What is MPs? MPs. Do you have any idea what is the MPs caused a scandal when they voted to give blank a 20% pay raise? Do you know what is MPs? If we are studying the language, we're not just studying the grammar, we need to understand each and every word that we have. So what MPs stand for? Party, probably. No. MPs, it's a abbreviation, it's a British abbreviation. Britain, they use it. MPs, which means the member of parliament. Member of parliament. Again, the member of parliament. In this case, we have the members of parliament. The members of parliament. This goes with the politics and stuff. Yes. Member of parliament. Exactly. Yes. Okay. So, the members of parliament caused a scandal when they voted to give blank a 20% pay raise themselves. Very nice. Number 2. I'm just going to get blank a coffee. Do you want one too? I'm just going to get blank a coffee. Do you want one too? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Are we choosing myself, the reflexive pronoun, or the pronoun here? Which object are we using? Thank you, Mr. Hussein. Yes, Parliament of pronoun. Okay, we are saying myself. Okay. Do you agree with Miss Gulsafa and Miss Firal? Do you think it's myself? Okay, we agree. I'm just going to get myself a coffee. Do you want one? Do you have any photos of blank? We need one for the website. What are we going to use now? Yourself or you? What do you think? You. Ms. Gulsafa says you. Salah. Miss Salah, she said yourself. We have here a confusion. Number 1, Miss Firal says you. We have 2 you and 1 yourself. What are we going to use now? You. Okay, I'm choosing you because we have 3 students who says you. But why you? After that, we will talk about it. I attached the document to an email and sent it to blank. I attached the document to an email and sent it to blank. What do you think? Myself or me? Are we using the pronoun me or myself? Me, myself, and I. It's a good song. You should listen to it. Mr. Hussein says, Ms. Firal says, myself. So I attached the document to an email and sent it to myself. Okay. There was a little cat with a huge dog next to. There was a little cat with a huge dog next to myself. I chose myself. No problem. I did it. No problem. What do you think about this one? What are we going to use here? It. There was a little cat with a huge dog next to it. Okay. Jumping here. It. Yes. Perfect. Today was the first time my son walked to school by... That one is easy. Is it? Isn't it? Am I right? It's quite easy. Can I have an answer before I pick him? Okay. If you don't answer, I will choose the wrong one. Okay? Jumping to the other one. I don't want to get married. I prefer living by me or living by myself. Yes. If you're not choosing himself, I choose him. Wallah. Okay. Itself, myself. Okay. Miss Gulsafa, Mrs. Jansel, she said myself. So myself it is. Okay, myself. Cool. Now, I am sorry. I don't have any cash on blank. Can I pay my car? Can I play my card? What are we going to use now? Me. Okay. Thank you. The Webb family have a huge garden, but the house blank is quite small. Thank you, Miss Firal, Miss Saleh, Mrs. Jansel, Mr. Hussein, and Miss Azima. Cool. Miss Azima said me. Okay, I chose me. Cool. Itself. Mrs. Jansel, she said. Miss Salah, okay. Itself, cool. Here, the new university was opened by the president. That one is famous. Am I right? The president. Presidente. What do you think? Miss Hussein says me. Himself. Okay. Before the last, we couldn't afford a decorator, so we painted the flat blank. Very good, Miss Firal. Yes, himself. Thank you, Miss Salah. Mr. Ali, welcome. Yes, it's correct. We chose it. Hussein says itself. Yes, we already chose that one too. I'm talking about we couldn't afford a decorator, so we painted the flat ourselves. Thank you, Miss Firal. Last one. Sue took her parents with blank on holiday. Ourselves. Very cool. Yes. What do you think? Herself or her? Her. Mrs. Jansel, she said her. Are we choosing her? We are choosing it. But do we have anyone agrees with Mrs. Jansel? Anyone agrees with her? We have ourselves, herself. We have to her and to herself. It's tie. It's a draw. Anyone says herself or her? What do you think? We have Miss Azime. Okay, we have 3 herself. We have 3 herself, 2 her. Which one do you think? Okay, we have 3 her, 3 herself. Who is going to tell me? Is it her or herself? Which one? Which one? Her. Mrs. Jansel, she said her. Miss Azma says her. Mr. Hussein says her. But we have Miss Firal, Miss Salam, Miss Gulsafa, they say herself. We have tie. If we have tie, let's understand it together. We said if we are using with as accompanied with someone, we should use only pronouns. If we are using with, and the meaning of it is accompanied, which means two people together, we need to use pronoun. This one. Yes. So, let's check the answers. One mistake we have. Let's go back and check where is our mistake. This one. Do you have any photos of you? This is wrong. Why? Because here the object need to be either pronoun or reflexive pronoun. However, here you cannot use you twice in a sentence. There is no agreement between them. Here is yourself. Okay? And we talked about this. This is one use of the reflexive pronouns after a preposition, and they need to be indirect. This is indirect object reflexive pronoun, and it agrees with your subject. So this is utterly, absolutely wrong. But we did good. We have 11 out of 12. So we have one mistake this part. Be careful. It's all about understanding. Don't follow the rules of the grammar. Follow them, but there is also exceptions, and be careful. Okay. Absolutely welcome, Mr. Ali. Glad to be here. Of course, I'm happy to help. Now, we went to reflexive nouns, and before we took the idioms. So first hour we took the idioms, the British idioms, which we can say not just idioms. It can be phrases or it can be expressions. So first hour we did idioms. Second hour now we use the reflexive pronoun and the uses of the reflexive pronoun. As you can see here, we are using it and need to apply indirect object with the subject, then with a preposition. But the preposition of place we cannot use reflexive. We use just pronoun and emphasize. And if someone famous, we are using the reflexive pronoun to emphasize that famous person. So it's not very difficult, and I believe you agree with me that it's not very difficult. And I really hope you benefit and you understood the lesson of today. And I really hope that you like our videos and share our videos with your friends if they want to learn English language in a funny way. And so yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all from me today, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say to you, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your answers, participation, Mrs. Jansel. It's not difficult, but there are some students who got confused by this one. That's why we discussed this part. Yes, Miss Gulsafa, it can be complicated. Again, understanding, using the language so much makes you capable to understand where and why you are using them. So thank you, Miss Firal, Miss Azima, Mrs. Jansel, Miss Gulsafa, Mr. Ali, Mr. Hussein, Miss Salah. Who's got we have here else? Yeah, thank you. And if I forgot someone's name, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's been a remarkable time, 2 hours, beautiful. They swiftly moved very fast. Thank you so much for being here with me, and you're welcome. Thank you. Yes, that's my big thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me. Please stay safe. Wear your face mask, otherwise you will be fined with 900 Turkish liras. I believe this is the new rule. Don't forget your face mask. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope you understand idioms and you understand reflexive pronouns. And if you have any questions, please write under the video. The video will be posted in our YouTube channel. And tell your friends about this channel. And let's make it up. Follow our Instagram, follow our YouTube channel. And thank you so much for being here. See you on another day. Bye-bye.